Pam. We will be studying about Meishu-sama and his teachings on spiritual knowledge and purification.
The goal and basic plan of our founder, Meishu-sama. Paradise on earth, families filled with beauty.
The goal and basic plan of Meishu-sama, founder of Toho no Hikari, was to have many families filled with beauty. His objective was to manifest a world called Paradise on Earth, in which people can live long lives with ease and without anxiety. To obtain that objective, he recommended that individuals respect nature and help others in need while avoiding the increase of spiritual clouds and toxins in their body. For that purpose, he founded Toho no Hikari. The following is the mission statement.
We believe God's aim is to construct paradise on earth, a world free of illness, poverty, and conflicts. We believe God granted Meishu-sama his light and entrusted him with the great task of saving humanity. We are working to carry out this task by informing people of the existence of spirit through our practice of the healing art of Jorei, purifying therapy, that Meishu-sama originated, combined with a diet based on healthy food produced through chemical-free methods that respect nature and the appreciation of natural beauty in various forms of art. We believe that illness, poverty, and conflicts will be eliminated, and paradise on earth will come into existence as people assimilate and maintain the practice of Jorei, a healthy diet, and the appreciation of beauty in their daily lives.
Meishu-sama, with a special mission, taught us how important it is to gain spiritual knowledge, to have God's point of view included in our daily life, and how we cope with various situations. Thus, with appropriate comprehension, we can obtain eternal life of happiness. He even taught us that our life is empty unless we recognize and comprehend spiritual matters. In his teachings, he emphasizes the spiritual predominance over the physical and to focus on spirit over physical. While we try to strengthen our connection with Meishu-sama, let me remind you of the many key issues Meishu-sama taught us in the book Purification Toward the Creation of a New Medicine. For more details, please refer to the teachings included in the textbook. According to Meishu-sama, Toho no Hikari, which literally means light from the east, is a religion of action to resolve problems that individuals, families, and society face. Its basic plan is the expansion of prototypes. Toho no Hikari works on expanding the Hakone sacred grounds, which is the large prototype, and individuals and families, which are the small prototypes. Toho no Hikari is working to revolutionize everything from medicine, agriculture, eating habits, and entertainment to centralize on the spirit, existence of the invisible spirit, or spiritual energy. Our ultimate goal is to produce a world free of illness and for people to live long and happily without anxiety. A key element in Meishu-sama's bold prediction and actions come from his belief in the transition from night to day in the spiritual world since June 15, 1931, and how it affects our present physical world. Meishu-sama taught us that there are 180 levels of the spiritual world, 60 levels heaven, 60 levels middle, 60 levels hell. During the age of night, the water element was dominant, and as a result, Western medicine that relies on maintaining toxins in the body as a concretion was able to sustain its effectiveness. In addition, with intense purification on earth due to the increase of the fire element, only the cleansed individuals will remain since toxin concretion will go through purification one after another or even all at once. With the transition from night to day, the increase of the fire element light, only heaven will remain, and the spirits with heavenly status will be able to remain in eternal life. The same thing on earth, the evil deeds will no longer be hidden and good deeds will be visible to all of us and clearly distinguishing good and evil, and goodwill will prevail. We receive numerous purifications in our daily lives, such as illnesses, family problems, financial problems, and with personal relationships. There are times when our acceptance of and response to such purification is ambivalent, and we cannot be consistent and thorough in our measures to overcome them. Purification becomes prolonged, and we are unable to take the first steps to resolving the problem. Meishu-sama explained the purification process does not only occur among human beings. He explained that this purification process is a universal law that no one can avoid. He also taught us illnesses are God's greatest blessing. Through suffering and hardship, we will improve ourselves in the long run. Not only did Meishu-sama explain that the true nature of purification is God's blessing and a process that improves ourselves, but he also taught us the definite means and power to overcome them, like healthy eating habits, exercise, enjoyment of art, purifying therapy, being nice and kind to others, good listening skills, etc. Meishu-sama was born with an important mission. He was entrusted by the Supreme God with a great task of saving as many of humanity as possible. If we are currently experiencing the age of great purification, then seeking Meishu-sama is vital to understanding our own purifications. Meishu-sama composed the poem, "Saving Humanity Lies in Teaching the Means to Eternal Life." As much as this is the age of purification, it is important to return to the basic theme of eternal life in order to make progress while studying Meishu-sama's teachings. Meishu-sama taught us God has given each human being a mission and unique characteristics. He has caused each human being to repeatedly advance the divine plan through a series of deaths and rebirths. Meishu-sama explained that human beings are continuously being used in the construction of paradise on earth, whether we are living in the physical world or in the spiritual world. In this way, we are able to lead meaningful lives, deepening our faith through the eternal spiritual peace gained through the process of reincarnation. Our happiness or unhappiness, and fortune or misfortune depends on the rise and fall of our spiritual positions in the spiritual world and the density of our auras. Meishu-sama asserted that purification occurs to clear up the clouding on the spirit. The quickest and foremost ways to facilitate purification, cleansing the spirit and attaining genuine happiness and good fortune by helping others and contributing to develop better community. Meishu-sama explained that earning the gratitude of others is the means of not only gaining our own happiness and good fortune, but also leads to the salvation of recently deceased ancestral spirits, as well as the salvation of ancestral spirits connected by blood lineages of hundreds, even thousands of years. Enduring purification and purifying the spirit are the keys to living eternal lives and living for the creation of civilization. In understanding these keys, we implicitly comprehend the broader meaning and significance of purification. When no longer impeded by them, which really are only temporary, we can enthusiastically begin to give service. Meishu-sama's teachings are spiritual science. Properly understanding and actively facing purification with a positive attitude and endeavoring to improve our spirituality are linked to the creation of a new medicine. We studied Meishu-sama's teachings that explain the fundamental ways to understand and overcome purification. Fundamentally, purification occurs to eliminate spiritual clouds, thus purification should be a welcoming event. Recurrence or long purification may be due to the lack of proper understanding on the principle of purification. In the case of families, some family members may go through more purification than others since they may have been chosen from the family ancestral spirits to represent them to eliminate the family clouds. A child may physically act inappropriately to eradicate the spiritual clouds of the parents. The bad behavior of a husband and its cause may be a vice versa situation in the previous lives of his wife. By forgiving, accepting, or even appreciating the so-called troublemaker who may talk negatively about a person or causing all sorts of problems in their life, Meishu-sama offered spiritual guidance and helped to turn their life around to happiness. The one who has a bigger mission in life may go through more hardships to be trained accordingly. In the post-COVID-19 world, it is our hope that globalism, where we all think of everyone's happiness in the world, and altruism, where we respect and support one another, will be popularized. We want to expand the heart of Meishu-sama from his teaching entitled The Person That I Am, where he taught us how he spends his time from morning to late at night thinking and doing something to help his family and others. He added, "Unless we make others happy, we ourselves can never become happy." Meishu-sama once visited a hospital to administer purifying therapy to a client. As he walked down the hallway and saw so many people suffering, he had a burning desire to one day help everyone in the hospital by disseminating purifying therapy and making it available to the public. Today, Toho no Hikari is trying to realize that burning desire of Meishu-sama by increasing the number of ministers and members with such burning desire to help others and build families filled with beauty. Thank you for your time. I hope you have enjoyed and learned something new from this video. With the help from the ministers and senior members, we will be making many videos to educate you and your family on the greatness of Meishu-sama and Toho no Hikari. If you have any areas of interest, please contact the Toho no Hikari administration. The Purification text is 115 pages. Please obtain the book and start reading on your own, or ask a minister and/or fellow members to study with you. I sat down for 3 hours with a minister and other members to study the entire book. It was very informative for me to be conscious of spiritual matters which I was unaware of. My outlook on life has improved for the better by learning God's will behind every purification. Whether online or by visiting us at 3510 Nu'uanu Pali Highway in Honolulu or Maui or Hilo, please come to see us by making an appointment with any of the ministers. We will be holding prayers to Meishu-sama and our ancestors, able to practice purifying therapy with you, as well as explain thoroughly about the available continuous education classes. Hope you come back to view more virtual education from Toho no Hikari. See you next time. ではまた会いましょう。さようなら。